Guys, I'm doing a thing. Check it out.
Trying to work on my breakdown. Yeah. Spending money in the club like sale precious. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing its stretches. I'm getting real sick of taking.
What's up, wild world? Elena here. And I am sitting inside my 2012 Ford Transit van. It's my first ever van video. I'm so stoked to share the process with you as I create this dream home on wheels. So a couple of things that I just wanted to kick it off in this first video is my goal is to completely construct the van, the insulation, the cabinetry, the bed, some tables in this outdoor kitchen scenario that I have all up here in my head. So today I just wanted to give you a couple of quick tips about purchasing a van, what to look for when you're buying a used van like this one. I bought this used, and some benefits of having a smaller van. So the interior of my van here is 6 by 4 feet, which isn't super big. And when I was looking at this van, everybody was telling me that's way too small, you're never going to be able to live in there, what are you doing? But I was like, no, this is perfect for me. I'm small, I don't need a lot, I don't need all the bells and whistles, I don't even really want that. I lived out of a backpack for 4 months hiking, so I mean, I'm pretty minimalist, and I like it that way because I tend to find that the things that I enjoy most are, you know, the things I make out of nothing. And oftentimes when I don't have a lot, I make the best things. And it's like just that ingenuity, creative constraint comes through, and it really challenges you to think outside the box. And I just really enjoy solving problems that way and finding solutions, creating something out of nothing. So it's kind of a passion of mine, and I'm excited to extend that into this van build. I am pretty fortunate though with my van. I'm gonna just show you here. Okay, so I got this van used, and I stripped the ceiling off. It had some paneling in here, which I might actually reuse and put back up, and it came with this flooring. I've already insulated the flooring of it. I've got to nail this down. I'm probably gonna take the floor out and wash it, but basically that's the space we're looking at, and I'll explain this blue thing. Some tips when you're looking at a used van that I wish I had known, or I wish I had considered when I was looking. I thought I checked all the things, but you know. So one of the things that I wish I tested out when I was shopping was the key, testing out every single lock. So the front door, the lock works great, but this side door is locked in. I don't know if you could see this here, but it doesn't unlock. Like, it's really hard to unlock the door. I can't unlock it. It takes me like 50 tries, and it's such a pain in my butt. So usually, like literally, this is not even a quarter of the way of how many tries I need to try to get this to work. And I could just spray some WD-40 in there, but I haven't tried that yet. But basically, check all the locks with the key at the dealership when you're browsing, because that is the case for the side door. Sorry, I'll get better at these videos as I go. And that's also the case for the front passenger door. What's the other thing? The other thing, oh yeah, this is propped up because this is supposed to be able to go 180 out. And it did work when I bought it. Something happened during, I don't know, I should have checked it a little bit better. I did actually have it inspected by a friend of mine who works at a car dealership, so I did have like a decent tech inspect it. So maybe these are just some of the little things that, you know, kind of just happen. But I think checking the key is really important, and then The other thing I wish I did was check for rust on the roof. You always want to look under, like I looked underneath the car and I looked on some of the places that you generally get rust, but I didn't think to look on the roof, and there's quite a bit of rust up there. Well, it's not bad. It's just a little surface rust. You can see here. And one of my first projects is going to be cleaning that off and then installing the fan. So I'm going to be installing the fan like up here. Okay, it's starting to get super hot out here, so I wish I started a little bit earlier today, but that's all right. We're out here now and we are dropping the hammer on this van build. I have 1 month to pull it together and set myself off on the road to explore this beautiful, magnificent planet that we live in, and just hope to reduce my carbon footprint even more. I feel really called to van life. One, because I've always had this burning passion to learn how to build things. I've never built anything before. I mean, I think I built a wooden regatta in like 6th grade and like a metal windmill one time in like 7th grade. So that pretty much sums up my building experience, but I'm super stoked to learn. And now that we have YouTube, it makes it really easy. So I found some amazing vanners. I have done so much research. I've basically just been researching and ideating and gathering my supplies for the past almost year, really. And this van was really nice because I could throw a twin size mattress in here and it fit perfect. I still had room on the sides for my stuff, so I ended up taking it on some adventures just like that. But the time has come for me to make it more of a homey home and learn how to build finally. So I'm stoked. I am really excited to share with you as I learn. And another reason why I'm super drawn to van life is just the freedom and being out on the open road, you know, traveling and exploring and slowing down to just be with nature and really find that sense of balance and the sense of belonging back to the basics of living. Life is so crazy and so hectic, and it's only getting more so with the evolving of technology and all the stuff we have going on today, which is great and I love, and I use technology for my work, and a lot of the time I'm on the computer. So I really feel like this lifestyle change is gonna benefit my mental health and my physical health too, just by being outside and being able to tap into that reservoir of like deep space and knowing and connection with nature. We're all just little pieces of nature that coexist with the universe, and I'll probably drop some spirituality stuff on you, but yeah, it's just kind of my jam. Okay, so here are some things about benefits of having a small van. So this van gets amazing gas mileage. I think I get like 25 or 27 miles per gallon, and I can maneuver anywhere. It's so easy to drive. I've driven other vans that are kind of like boats, and it was just huge, unmaneuverable. It was hard to find parking, and it was just a lot of van, and I don't really need all that van. And I love that this van is an everyday driver. I can go literally anywhere in the city and then anywhere, you know, in the backcountry that I need to go. The downside of that in this particular model is that it is not 4-wheel drive. And that's one of the cons that I'm dealing with in my van. It's not 4-wheel drive. What are the other benefits of a little van? Less is more. Hello, Kingy. I'm stuck. Oh, one more cool thing about the van that I almost forgot, and I can't believe I forgot. The van's name is Philomena, and Philo for short, or Fifi. I'm kind of playing around with Fifi, but I get the vibe that the van's not about Fifi. Anyways, one day I was sitting in the van. It was like right after I purchased the van, and I was just sitting in there, and I was like, okay, what do you want to be named? What's your name? I was trying to think of so many names for it, and nothing was really sticking. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I just heard this super loud thing, and it was said Philomena, and I'm like, what? Like, I've never heard of that name before. So I said, okay, Philomena, I like it. I'll call her Philo for short. And then a couple weeks after that, I was speaking with my aunt, Gail, who's also on YouTube. You got to check her out if you're interested in sewing and serging, which is another really great way to reuse, recycle, and repurpose things. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways. And I said, oh, I named the van Philomena. And she said, Philomena, where'd you get that from? And she's like, you know what? I think we had like a great long lost relative or distant relative named Philomena in Ireland. So it kind of feels like divine synchronicity that that name just came to me. And it just so happens that there's ancestry to support Philomena. And I looked up what Philomena means to add a little bit of extra like cherry on top. And it means profound love, strength, and courage. Friend of love, strength, and courage, like all those things. So I just felt really glad that that intention is going to be resonating through this project and through my journey. You know, those are pretty much my values. You know, courage, strength, love, friendship are really important virtues that I just think following this desire to build the van and this desire to live more nomadically with the cycles of nature and the rhythm of nature is just going to bring so much more joy and so much more expansion to my life and the lives of those who I come into contact with on the road and, you know, in my endeavors. So I'm so honored for you to be joining me on this journey. And it's really overwhelming at first, but for anybody else out there that's doing it, you can do it. Where there's a will, there's a way, and you can do anything. You absolutely set your mind to it, and you can do it. So yeah, I guess let's just get started then.